Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with something that's probably going to end up being controversial to a certain group of people, but too effing bad. It is what it is. But at the time that I'm recording this, the Israel and Hamas thing about the Gaza Strip has been going on for a few days. Happened this past weekend. I'm recording this on October 10th, and this will probably be released tomorrow, October 11th. So one of the things, and as I fat finger buttons here on my computer, one of the things that I want to dispel immediately because you're going to hear a lot of BS out there is the fact that you have all these leftists that I've seen championing Hamas and them killing, uh, you know, innocent people, including children and babies. Um, and then they come out and say stuff like Israel's an apartheid state. And I've known the whole time that it's not, and it never has been, but I wanted to find something, and I kind of found this article completely by accident, to be honest with you, but I wanted to find something that said, yeah, no, it's not, and duh, you know, sort of thing. So this article, it's from this SSRN. It is dated, actually a date written. It says January 31st of 2023, and it was posted the day after on February 1st. Um, I found this link through a Breitbart article, and I could not find the Breitbart article. I actually read it yesterday, and then saw this, and I linked to it, and I was kind of like, "This is interesting." And then I closed out of this, thinking, "Nah, don't really want to talk about that." Then the more I thought about it, I was like, "Yeah, I kind of do want to put out a video on this." So I think I've mentioned in a bunch of other videos, I'm Jewish, so the events of what's been going on kind of hits home to me just from that perspective. I've never been to Israel. I've never been to Europe, as a matter of fact. My parents have been there. Um, and of course, since I'm Jewish, that's where my people come from, and I'm a proud Jew and I'm a proud Israel supporter. So not even getting into the specifics of what's happening there, let's go through what I talked about just at the very beginning. Is Israel an apartheid state? And again, I already knew the answer was no, but we're going to go into this. It's not a huge article, so me blabbering here is kind of already elongating the runtime. So let's just get right into it. It says one of the most highly charged accusations aimed at the state of Israel today is that Israel is an apartheid state that engages in widespread state-sanctioned, racially motivated discrimination against the Palestinians, which term is understood to mean by Israel's accusers the Arabs living anywhere within the confines of the former Mandate for Palestine, plus those identifying as Palestinian who live in third countries. I think they mean to say third world countries. I don't know. I don't know what the term third countries means. Anyway, it says, yet an honest look at the facts utterly destroys such charges. And that's what I've been saying since the beginning is I knew this. So yeah. So apartheid was the South African system that denied certain racial groups access to the political and judicial systems in their country, consigned them to inferior living spaces and educational opportunities, and controlled every aspect of their lives. In this paper, we trace the history of apartheid and note that racial animus and motivation for differential treatment uh, of groups are essential for determining whether apartheid exists. And the paper, as you can see, does not go very far. So, um, only three more paragraphs to go. So it says we know first that the Arabs living in the territory of the former Mandate for Palestine, which includes Israel, the West Bank, and the Gaza Strip, are racially identical. Yet Arab citizens of Israel enjoy the same rights as Jewish Israelis. That's a fact that nobody in the news seems to be talking about, regardless of political side. I don't see that at all in any of this stuff. So please say that. It says so. It says, including the right to form political parties and stand for election, opportunities to serve as members of the Knesset, the judiciary, the diplomatic corps, the police, and so on. Rights and privileges totally foreign and anathema to an apartheid state, thereby eviscerating claims of racial discrimination which underlie apartheid. Yeah, so I don't even really need to go through the rest of this, but I'm still going to, and because there's your answer. It's just not true. So and I've said this before in other videos, if anybody says to you that Israel's an apartheid state and they're talking about this situation, that's someone whose opinion you can just immediately discard and say they don't actually know either what apartheid is or what this whole situation is. To use that word apartheid in relation to the Israel Hamas situation. So let's just keep going with the article anyway. It says, as such, differences in Israel's treatment of Arabs living in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip and Arab citizens of Israel are not, and indeed cannot be, racially motivated for the simple reason that both groups of Arabs are racially identical. For the claim of apartheid to be true, one would expect Israel to devise racially discriminatory policies against all Arabs under its control, which Israel clearly does not do. Hence, there must be another reason for the disparate treatment. So again, we're double disproving it that Israel is an apartheid state, which is again double not. So how does one explain the differences in treatment between Arab Israelis and Arabs in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip? The answer is not complicated. Arabs residing in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip are not now and never have been Israeli citizens and therefore cannot claim rights due to Israeli citizens. All countries favor their own citizens vis-a-vis non-citizens, and doing so is not an indication of apartheid simply because the two groups are treated differently. Moreover, many Arabs in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip are engaged in an ongoing armed conflict with Israel. And, well, obviously that sentence takes a bit more, it means a bit more now than it did back in January when this was written. So it says Israel is faced with a hostile Arab population which has yet to come to terms with Israel's existence and which actively seeks to destroy the Jewish state, as it's been since Israel was created in 1948. It says that requires Israel to take certain measures for its national security. Because of the ongoing conflict, the relationship of Arabs in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip with Israel is governed primarily by the terms of the law of armed conflict. As such, any acts or policies of alleged discrimination by Israel against the Arabs living in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip must be viewed through the lens of the law of armed conflict. As long as Israel's actions and policies comply with applicable international law, they are lawful. Israel's actions are based on well recognized national security needs, not racial animus. Because the bottom line is this: Israel treats all of its citizens, be they Jew, Arab, or Druze, equally before the law, irrespective of any racial or ethnic differences. And Israeli policies regarding application of military law, administrative detentions, defensive use of force, security checkpoints, etc., in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip are all lawful security measures permitted under the law of armed conflict. Accordingly, Israel's actions are the very antithesis of apartheid, which would put to rest the apartheid lie once and for all. And of course, it's not going to because there's still Hamas propagandists out there. They've been all over the news the last few days with everything that's been going on. There's even a spokesman for Hamas that said, "No, we didn't kill any innocent people. They were all armed combatants." And it was like, dude, we see the videos, man. Like we have the proof. And of course, they're all on MSNBC and CNN, but less so on CNN. But really on MSNBC, which just can't get out of their own freaking way. But anyway, I thought I'd put this to rest because it really should be put to rest as just a factually untrue thing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm sure if enough people see this, it's probably going to end up being a spicy comment section down there. But be nice, okay? Not trying to start fights with anybody, So just let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.